The truth with insurance, this is what I've always told my clients, is when you need it, you can never have enough insurance. The problem is the rest of the time it's a waste of money. And so I actually talked to an attorney not that long ago, a year or two ago, and he actually added something to that. He says that he tells his clients, insurance be your insurance be your best waste of money. And what he meant by that was wasting money on insurance is fine because it means you have it if you need it. And if you need it, of course, then it's not a waste. It was actually an investment or was a peace of mind. And so it's important that people realize that that's a better way of looking at insurance is you're partnering with an insurance company in part. You're trusting them to be there when you need them. And then also you want to make sure you have enough insurance to cover you for some pretty bad outcomes. And if you have personal assets, those can be on the line in an auto insurance claim, whether you're a business or an individual. It's important that you realize that every time somebody uses your car, every time an employee goes out on an errand, or drives your work truck, or even every time your 16-year-old kid drives down the street in your family vehicle, that they're taking with them all of your personal assets with them. I mean, it's kind of a scary thought, but and business assets with them. And so having a couple $1 million of liability insurance, that really helps soften the blow in the event that something goes wrong.
Yeah, I can speak from experience, right? I mean, like we've seen people who have, had those claims, like myself, right? Obviously, I mean, I had an auto insurance claim. It was a non-injury, so it was just damage to the car. But had it been damage to actual person, those claims can be super, super expensive, right? And like unreasonably expensive. And having that personal umbrella would have, in the case of that, hopefully covered us and protected us in that instance. But I mean, going back to those prices, right? These prices that these people are paying, it's absolutely, again, obscene, the amount of prices that we're seeing, the increases for insurance. And so we'd like to talk about some ways to optimize your insurance costs, right? So covering individual and business sides. So the first thing we'd like to do is encourage you to talk to your broker about shopping around and comparing rates, right? So for the upper income individuals who do have those houses in those higher brush areas, or for even the middle and lower people who have those properties that are more at risk for these things, we see these premiums doubling with some companies, but only going up. I say it only going up, but only going up 25%. Right, so some companies, right, we've seen some companies, put rate hikes in one area, in another area they're lowering their rates, right? We've seen Mercury take up more business in California in terms of the property and the auto side, right? These specific markets and understanding these markets and having a broker that understands these markets is very important because premiums do vary widely by insurer and location.